Well, what do we have here? What's going on, guys? So today, this video is gonna skip a lot of the others. I posted on my Instagram a couple days ago that we had a demo out here at the farm, and so I'm taking it for a little drive right now. Now I got a little bit of free time. So I know, like I said in the first video, a lot of the videos were gonna be kind of out of order. So today is November 2nd. The next video you see will probably be from another couple months ago. We're gonna go a little bit out of order since this demo's here, and this is something that in this area, this isn't a big brand. So I'm driving the new 2019 Kubota M5-111. I'm just kind of getting a test feel for it. They didn't bring me one with a radio, so no songs, but we've always been John Deere as long as I can remember, and before that we were actually Case. A lot of you saw from Instagram that we do have a Case. It's the first Case we've had in over 20 years. But our cabs, we have one cab that's a 2010 and one that's a 2004 John Deere. And both those, well, the 5520 probably could use an update. Not saying we're gonna do anything this year, because prices for all commodities, grain, everything, you know, they're just not good. And that tractor, it purrs like a kitten, and it does what it needs to do. So there's really no need to change it for right now. But this is just something that I've never driven a Kubota. My dad has, but it's been 5-6 years, he was telling me. So this was just something that I was really curious to test out and see if this is maybe something that could be what we move to, you know, brand-wise for a little bit. John Deere's orchard and vineyard equipment's really taken a big hit, and it's just not impressive. Case, they're just too compact. The small tractors, you're too close together. There's just not enough room. You can see right now, I'm 6'1", and I can get my leg pretty straight out. And the John Deere is almost this, but this is a lot more roomy. This is all flat. There's virtually no hump, like there is for the drivetrain on the John Deere, that you actually got a bump that comes up around here. So I really like that too. This tractor is overall pretty comfy, I feel like. The seat is a little cheaper. John Deere has a really nice seat in theirs. But cab wise, and you know, it could be a new cab or it could be a used John Deere, but for all you Case fans, I'm almost 99% sure there will not be a Case cab on this farm. Not until they make them a lot more roomy. You know, I sit in this cab 14, sometimes 16 hours in a day. It's got to be comfy. There's just nothing else to it. If it's not comfy enough, then I mean, there's no reason for me to sit in it, or the want for me to sit in it for that long. I could sit in this tractor, I think, for fairly long, just like I do on the John Deeres. It could use a little bit of a nicer seat. But inside of here, I like the layout. I'll talk more about this. This seems a little cheap to me. I like the digital display. Click the little button. Oh, there we go. A lot of little buttons on here that I'm not sure. These two aren't labeled. The bottom red one I just hit, it turns it from rabbit to slow mode. So I don't really know what this is for. If they have it on the handle already, you could probably get away with this, and I don't know, maybe put that there for like a loader or something. The parking brake I kind of like. It's just sitting right there. I do like on the John Deeres though, because if you can actually leave this in gear and have the parking brake on, and it's going to go against it. The John Deeres have that transmission lock where you just kind of come all the way into the park mode. I wanted to kind of take through the high density and stuff, but we got a little snow and rain right now, and it's muddy, and they told us don't put too many hours on the demo, so I'm trying to not really put too many on here. This came from our local dealer. They are now a Case and Kubota dealer. So it's kind of nice. We've had a Kubota dealer in the area for a while, but they were just never really were good enough to be able to handle what we needed for agriculture wise. You know, they weren't a reliable enough dealer where if something broke down, I could trust them to come out and fix it. One thing that definitely would need to come off this are these side mirrors. They will not fit down orchard settings. Even they'd be fine for vineyards, but even some vineyards would probably knock them off. So those would definitely have to come off. But we're gonna get up here and I'm gonna jump out and kind of give you an overview of the outside around it and a little bit more of the inside and what's got going on. So as you guys can hear right now, tractor's pretty quiet. I'm sure you can probably hear me pretty well. This is 105 horsepower. It's the M5-111. It is the narrow series for orchard and vineyard setups. This is just what we need. They got some weights on the front of it. I'll turn it off and give you a look around it. So what's cool about some of these newer tractors, they actually come with a little toolbox, which is really nice. A lot of the times, if I'm spraying or something and something breaks, you know, I have it all stuffed up in the cab with me. I'd like a little bit of a bigger toolbox, so I'd probably take this off and put a new better one on, but at least it gives me a space to put one. This one unfortunately has DEF on it, or government juice, that Millennial Farmer and Brian call it from Brian's farming videos. So I'm not too excited about that. We bought a few tractors the year before they put DEF on, specifically for the reason that we didn't want to deal with it. But man, it's built really heavy duty, a lot. This is what kind of is getting us into these now, is that these used to be built really light and really cheap, but these really stepped up. I mean, all steel on the bottom. It's gonna be hard to rip some of that stuff off, but it's nice, it's clean. The exhaust is fairly big, but it blocks a little bit, but nothing crazy. This hood scoop is something that probably have to get used to, but again, nothing big deal. I love the look of it. I think this tractor has an awesome look to it. I love the front tires. The back tires are really fat, and for the most part, everything on the farm is tiled, so I don't really see a need for it, but I know they're nice. Again, that mirror would have to come off. I haven't popped the hood yet, and I'm really curious on the lights. I really want to see it at night to see what the lights look like, so hopefully I can get something of that. Towards the back, I see these four-way flashes you can kind of pop out. I don't really like that either. They kind of stand out in the way. But to get to the diesel's real easy. One thing I wish they would have, and maybe it's an option, the John Deere's, you can get a couple buttons here. So if you're hooking up implement by yourself, you can push the 3-point arms up and down. Everything in the back, the 3-point arms, they look pretty heavy duty built. I like them better than the case. They still don't seem as heavy duty as the John Deere's, but I haven't seen one of the new ones in a while. But I mean, these are pretty sturdy built. Everything down here, the hydraulic lines, everything, they really went heavy duty on these now, which is really nice to hear for what we're doing. I don't like this hitch pin here. That's a lot of places, they just have like a locking mechanism here. You put the pin in and it locks it automatically. I think this is easy for a brush to get in, knock that off. PTO is just the 540. There's no sight glass. They actually have a little dipstick in here now, which is fine. And this arm looks pretty heavy duty built too. 3-point arm looks nice. So this one comes standard with 2 SCV levers, but you can take this off and stack 3 more up, so you can get 5 control levers in the cab, which is really nice. Even though, I mean, 4, really, I know of one implement in the orchard industry and vineyard that runs 3. I don't know if anything runs 4, so, but you can also get it where you can get remotes on the front too. This one doesn't have it. I don't know where you set those up at, but they told me an option is that I can run another set of these on the front, so that may be why you can control 5, have a back and front implement, which would be really nice. You have a trailer outlet, which is nice. A lot of people think this looks cheap and kind of old, but John Deere and everybody uses just a plastic container reservoir for the windshield wiper fluid. Kubota's happens to be clear. The other ones are normally black. The black makes it look, probably cooler and gives it a better look, but I like the clear. That way I can actually see how much is in and not have to guess. The one thing I don't like is, so this is the 540 easy mode. I don't like that it's on the back. If you're brush chopping or something, there's always stuff in the orchard, sticks. And this, for those of you who don't know, it's 540. There's 540 and 540 easy. So 540, you're running at the 2400 RPMs, and that'll give you full power to the PTO, but your engine also is running at full power. If you put it on easy, which we do a lot for spraying or mowing in the grapes, you run the PTOs at like 1700 RPMs, so the engine's only doing half the work, but being in the easy mode, the PTO is still at its full power. So it saves you fuel and saves you any wear and tear you can get on the engine. And yeah, we got some snow in here. Lucky us. So that really does it for the outside of the tractor until I can get some video of these lights out at night. So now let's get in the cab and I'll show you what's going on. All right, so now we're in the cab. I'm gonna leave it running because it's like 28 degrees out and I'm freezing, so I got the heat on. So I guess we can start up here. You have all these all these vents up here like anything else. So that's like, you can virtually get heat or air anywhere you want. You have some lights up top. It's nice. Cab filter looks like it's in the back. Some speakers. Whenever they would give me a radio, we can see the speakers are like. You have your front windshield wipers. You got your front lights. And you got your rear lights. Still no side lights like I was wishing a company would. The doors open real easy. It's just a little switch you pull up, and they're all hydraulic, so it swings out by himself. Both doors open, and then each one of these sides you can crack open. If it's a hot day, you don't want to run the air, you can get air through this way. This window does the same thing. This back window opens up, fly out. You have really good visibility. The only problem that would have to come off whenever you're doing something is this caution sign for the slow moving vehicle sign. It's in the way quite a bit. But if you take that off, you can see the drawbar, no problem. You can see the 3-point arms, everything. It's really nice. There we go. Overall though, it's got the hood scoop, you get used to it. You got good visibility on either side. You can see everything down low. The exhaust blocks a little bit, but for most things you can still see really good. The sides, nice view out the back sides, out the back. It's got really good visibility. I still haven't figured out what this little thing is. Recirculate the air, or fresh. I don't know why you'd want to recirculate, especially if you're spraying, so I'm going to leave that in fresh. This side, there's really no controls. You just have these little maps and just about everything has. Here it's saying what you need to do for 540, so this one's actually looks like 2600 RPMs to get it up there. But I'm not going to turn the PTO on or do anything like that, because all the implements are set away for the winter. You have the PTO right here. That's how you turn it on and off. You can finally a phone charger. I've never had a phone charger in one of these. And from my here, the radio, the one that'll be in here if we get it, or Not if we get it, because most likely, like I said, we're probably not going to get one. But if for some reason we were to get one day, it's like a Bluetooth radio, which would be really nice. And then one of these adapters every tractor's got. Back here you have these two of the, so both of those SCVs right here, they have a float control to them inside the cab, which is nice. John Deere's aren't hard to get to. They're normally right here outside. You just got to open the back window and switch them, but these are in the cab, so on the fly. That's really nice. And this right here, you can actually move to mess with your 3-point arm. That's nice too. Both SCV levers have the option for float control, so go up, they'll knock back, either way. So that's nice. Never had a tractor with the float control either, so that's new. You have the shuttle right here, or your throttle, rev you up and down. It's actually really quiet, a lot quieter than what they used to be. You have your parking brake, grab it in slow mode, which also what this red button does. I don't know what this one does, so we're gonna leave that one alone. You got your gas pedal down there, both your brakes, your clutch, and then this one, most of you guys from grain know exactly what that pedal's for. This is the first I've ever seen it in an orchard vineyard tractor where I can press that and bring my steering wheel down. So that's something new, pretty cool. I like that way better than having the handle one here to move it down. You have your starter. Not sure what this is yet. I'll play with that. This is for 4-wheel drive. This is the regen button. We'll both use the regen button. I'm not sure which each one does, but I know it's for regen. And that's when you kind of set your RPMs. Same with this one here. So this is for if you're doing something with your 3-point arms. You have a draft and a control. I don't know which one is which yet. I haven't really read up on it. They didn't really drop me off a book. I'm more so getting the feeling of how the tractor drives. But I don't like this. I don't like cases either. I think cases feels cheap. I think this feels cheap. John Deere's is electronic. Not saying this needs to be electronic. I just wish they'd have a little bit of a better idea than kind of these twist turn knobs. And this isn't a video that I'm being sponsored to do, so I'm giving you guys, you know, exactly what I feel about the tractor. But it definitely is roomy. You got a lot of headroom. You know, I'm 6'1", and I can, like I said, I can put my leg almost all the way out. But I will jump out real fast, and I'm going to show you a seat, and I'll give you a little view from the outside. It sits a little higher up, but nothing bad. But yeah, the seat, like I said, just feels a little bit cheaper. I wish it'd be a little more comfy, but it's definitely, you know, no hump there. It's definitely very roomy, comfy to get into. Fuse box is right here, easy to get to. Kubota, if you want to sponsor me and, you know, have me do more videos, send more tractors out. I mean, you shoot me an email, I'll tell you my local dealer, and I'd be happy to do more videos. Phone down there. Yeah, even for case, you know, John Deere, any companies that want to get an orchard vineyard tractor reviewed, you know, just shoot me an email. It'll be in the description. So now we'll move the steering wheel. I really like. I got my lights here. Again, haven't really played with the lights. I don't know if they're LEDs or what. I hope they're LEDs. You know, regular blinkers, 4-way flasher buttons over here. This is a power shuttle. You don't really need the clutch, but the clutch is really easy. You just go forward. It's honking at me. The lever goes in really easy, and then slide off the clutch. Away you go. So it looks really nice. You have your RPM. You know, telling you what the temperature is. Fuel gauge. In here it tells you what your depth level's at. I don't know if that's fucking forward, reverse, neutral, wherever you're in. It gives you the time to move my arm out of the way. Go back to neutral and do a little better. You have a clock tells what the time is, miles per hour, then how many hours are on the tractor, and then obviously all your lights sitting down here. It actually has a horn too. Not very loud. Not really sure what you'd use it for, but I guess you got a horn if you need it. think that really covers the tractor. I really like it. This would be a tractor that if I got the opportunity to use, or you know, in the future thinking about a purchase, this would definitely be one that, you know, I would look back into. I think overall it's built really nice. You know, there's a few things that I don't particularly love, but you know, I could definitely get over it for where I think the comfortability of this tractor is, which let's see how fast we can go. Which to me I think is pretty nice. Oh, there we go. So yeah, I'm gonna take it down the road because I haven't yet got to see what this thing can do speed-wise. The John Deeres aren't speed demons. The case actually goes pretty fast. I can get to about 22 going down the road. All the John Deeres kind of top out around 18. So yeah, if you guys, if there's any more tractors that you want me to review or something, you know, maybe I'll just head to a dealer. I'll do bigger grain tractors too. I have a little bit of experience with larger tractors. I've done a little bit of grain cart and stuff like that, so just shoot me down a tractor that maybe you want reviewed, and I'll see if maybe I can get my hands on it for it to come out here. If it's an orchard vineyard one, you know, I could definitely pretty easily get it out here. If it's a grain one, I probably got to do it at the dealership. But yeah, if you guys like this video, you know, like, subscribe to the channel. There's gonna be a lot more videos coming back out here pretty quick. Again, they're gonna be from earlier in the year. This one was just kind of out of order because this tractor came here, and so I wanted to give you guys, you know, a little bit of feedback of what I thought on it. This tractor's going around to a couple of the neighboring farms, and they just happened to stop by and bring it here. I think unless John Deere steps some things up, this could be a tractor that a lot of guys in the area move to. This is 111 horsepower, and I think high 80s to low 90s PTO, which is absolutely perfect for what we need. It'll pull all the PTO sprayers. Should do it with ease. So yeah, let's take it down the road and let's see what kind of speed this thing can do. Well, we got about 23 miles an hour going down the road, so that's pretty good. Definitely beat the case by a mile and beat the John Deere by 5, 4.5, somewhere around there. Well, if you guys like these videos, you know, subscribe to the channel, like the video, comment anything you guys want to see. Check me out on Instagram at K Farms. Link will be in the description, and I'll see you guys in the next one.